Good morning, beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Here we are, jumping on the trend way too late. We are going to be ranking every single Treyarch Zombies map so far. First things first, obviously, this is my tier list, my opinions. You are not going to like them, but if you want to learn more about my experience with zombies, check out this video over my face. It's a very nostalgic video about my history of zombies, how I fell in love with zombies. Absolutely love the video. Go check it out. Next, talking about the criteria, there's not a really set standard criteria. I think overall, generally speaking, it's going to be, if I were trapped on a desert island, which map would I prefer playing? This map or this map, this map or this map, that sort of thing. The overall map experience is very important to me, not necessarily, it needs to have these specific features or these specific, tick marks it needs to be good. No, it's just that map's experience and if it's good to its own experience. But hey, you'll understand once we get going. So let's get going. Where it all began, Nacht Der Untoten. Everyone, in my opinion, has a little bit too much love for this map, if you ask me. Great starting point, nothing crazy fantastic, nothing crazy terrible. I think it's a very average map. I think it's good. Personally, I'm really weird. I love the Black Ops 3 version the most because you have the option for perks, you have the option for gobblegums and all that stuff. You got your training spots, the classic Nacht Der Untoten training spots and camping spots, but you can make them even more fun with gobblegums and alternate ammo types and pack-a-punch and stuff. So really like it, but just kind of middle ground for me. Nothing too good, nothing too bad. Verrückt is a map that I so desperately want to love. I was really excited to play it when Chronicles came out. I love the atmosphere. I love how terrifying it is. I love the Black Ops 3 version too, even, Wonderwaff, really cool. But this is my first case of I'm mad because I'm bad. I know there's a YouTuber out there who just rocked Verrückt, like hundreds of rounds, like 130, 110, like whatever. Crazy rounds. If I could do that, this would probably be up a little bit more, but for right now, it's not a great map because I'm terrible at it and I wish I could progress further and play it more, but there you go. Shi No Numa, our first ever underrated pick from Donuts here. I'm going to say this is a good map. This is a good map. I don't know why. I think it just might be the colors. I just think green's a good color. I love the foresty map. I love the swamp. A lot of people are upset with the water. I don't really ever go in the water, honestly, so I don't see it as that much of an issue. Again, love the Black Ops 3 version. I love the alternate ammo types you could pack a punch. I got to around like 60, 70 on this because of gobblegums and this training strategy with Perkaholic, whatever. It's fun. I like the map. It's not great, but it's good. Riese is a map that I am surprised that I like as much as I do. This is at least a great map, if not one of my favorites. This is the quintessential zombies map. It's got a beautiful, obviously introduces the pack-a-punch. It's got a beautiful way to unlock pack-a-punch. It's so simple, straightforward, but has just the right amount of depth that you can keep yourself busy, and it's not super simple, so that way you're bored, but it's not super complex, so you're overwhelmed. It's got a lot of good training spots, a lot of, obviously the most classic camping spot ever. A good, decent wonder weapon. The Wonderwaff, not really my favorite, but hey, good enough for Riese. I love the Giant. Obviously, I think the Giant's the definitive version for me, but yeah, it's a great map so far. And I will say, if I feel differently as I do this, because I haven't done this really before, these are changeable. So if I think about something, I can change these. If you guys don't like it, there's still hope. This might be the first controversial pick right here. Kino Der Toten. Everybody loves this map. And going back and playing it, I thought, why? Why do people love this map? It's simpler than Riese. It doesn't have a lot for it. It's just kind of Riese light, if you ask me. It's not as good as Riese. It's a good map. I think it might be better than Shi No Numa. No, it is better than Shi No Numa. I would rather play Kino than Shi No Numa. It has pack-a-punch, good training spots, thunder guns, really fun. I love the thunder gun, but other than that, Nova Crawler is kind of annoying, but solid base. I understand why people like Kino because it really is that user-friendly, new player-friendly zombie mode that you can really practice zombies. If you're learning zombies, this is a fantastic map to learn zombies on. Really simple, really straightforward. Love Kino, but I don't think it's all that great. I think it's good. And personally, I don't know how these lists work. Is this better than Shi No, or is that better than Shi No? I think that's better than Shi No because it's closer to great, because this gets further away from great. Yeah. So that's better than that. I think that's how these tier lists work. Probably wrong though. 5 is another map that I just really wanted to love. You know, going back doing my Zombies 101 series, I was really excited to do 5. I really enjoyed 5, but looking at 5, it's just hard to play. It's just hard to find, and this might be because Zombies Chronicles happened and all of the rest of the Black Ops 1 maps really elevated, in my opinion, in quality because of the Chronicles versions, and 5 got left behind in there. And I don't know, this might be... No, it's an average map. I think it's an average map. In fact, would I say it's better? Would I rather play Nacht Der Untoten or 5? I think I would rather play the Black Ops 3 version of Nacht Der Untoten than 5, which really sucks because I really like the Pentagon Thief, and I love the atmosphere of the map, and I love so many things about it. But yeah, I think from a gameplay experience, I'd rather play Nacht Der Untoten on Black Ops 3. Wow. Ascension, I really like the scale of this map. I like the thunder gun on this map. I love the monkeys. I love the perks. Obviously, Black Ops 3 version, I'm biased here, but I think this is a great map. I don't think it's as good as Riese, but I think it's great. I think it's a great map. Especially in Black Ops 3, you got the ray gun Mark II, you can explode the rocket. I mean, you could do that in Black Ops 1, but yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. Call of the Dead, a really one of the more controversial maps when looking at these tier rankings. People either love this or hate this. Going back and playing this map, I really understood both perspectives, though I fall into one more than the other. Call of the Dead has a wonderful atmosphere, the cast is fun. Honestly, George Romero, I thought, you know, when I was getting into zombies, I was watching all these top 5s by Lex and Pat, and, you know, just so many people said George was just the worst boss zombie ever. He's fine. You just train him into the water and you're good. And he's not that bad. He's really not that bad. The wonder weapons are underwhelming, which is what is going to drag this map down because it doesn't have that much replayability because you are capped, because the game just doesn't give you the tools for success. But the sniper rifle one, sorry, just haven't played it all that much, sounds so cool, and I totally understand. When you shoot it, you have that delay and then that sonic boom. Oh, it's great. Absolutely love it. This is a good map. I think I'd rather play it than Kino. Is it a great map? We'll see if it's a great map. I'd rather play it than Kino for sure. And oh, would I rather play it than Kino though? Honestly, if Call of the Dead was in Black Ops 3 and those mechanics with alternate ammo types and the wonder weapon was stronger, 100% it'd be right up there with Ascension. I think it'd be maybe even above Ascension. But yeah, for right now, I think, oh, this hurts, beautiful people. I'm gonna put it above Shi No Numa, but lower than Kino. Oh, this list is worse than I thought it was gonna be. Shangri-La reminds me a lot of Verrückt in that it's a very difficult map and the strategy for success is super, super specific. But the difference is I actually got to round 50 on Shangri-La, which is one of my goals for Black Ops 3. And I actually had a lot of fun with it. I think it is it a great map though? It's definitely better than Kino, in my opinion. It's beautiful, love the baby gun. I love the fact that you can camp in that one corner of that door with, you know, like the dingo and just go to town and the baby gun and all that stuff. Love that. Is it better than Ascension? I don't think so. I think it sits right there for now. Is it a great map though? No, we're gonna sit tight on the good map there. Yeah. I mentioned when I was learning about zombies, I watched a lot of the Smith Plays' top 5, and I gotta say, the man didn't like Moon at all. So I thought Moon was this terrible, awful map. Moon is one of my favorite maps. Now, I love space. Like, I love sci-fi, like Star Wars. I like Stargate, if you know the TV show. So space is super, super cool to me. Love astronomy, all that stuff. It's so interesting to me. So to have a map be on the moon, in space, where you're floating around in low gravity. Everyone says they hate low gravity. I love low gravity. It's so cool and fun. I get how it's annoying. And obviously the spaceman taking your jug away isn't great, but in Black Ops 3, you have the ray gun Mark II, you have alternate ammo types, which, you know, instantly kill the guy. It's so much better, and it's so much more vibrant and beautiful in Black Ops 3. Instantly a classic for me. If you go back and watch when Zombie Chronicles came out, I was live streaming this thing like every single time I live streamed, I was like, Rainbow Perk Challenge, Reverse Rainbow Perk Challenge, we're going on Moon. I just love Moon. I need to play Moon again. It's been too long. I want to play Moon. Transit is seeing an uprise to an average map. It's a good map, actually. A lot of people loving Transit. I gotta say, I've tried it multiple times. I don't have a good history with it. I think Transit is legitimately the only, spoiler alert, the only actually terrible map here in Zombies. Now, I understand with friends, it's better, it's fun with friends, but really anything's fun with friends. Like the worst game ever, whatever, it's fun with friends because you're with your friends. If you're looking at the map itself, I would rather play any other map than Transit. Even going back, I was doing my 101s however many years ago, just like, okay, need to get 101 footage, and I got to Transit. I finished Moon, I finished Black Ops 1, I got to Transit, and I said, all right, we're going to be smart about this, we're going to be wise and do things really strategically, and I'm going to figure out Transit, I'm going to have fun on. I didn't do it because Transit is just really so tedious and so frustrating. Once you get set up, it's pretty good because you don't have to play Transit anymore, you have to play Zombies. But getting to that point is just the worst zombie experience that you could have of any of these maps we have to offer. I appreciate Nuketown Zombies. I see what they're going for, and I understand why a lot of people like it. It's that simple go-to, just want to jump into a zombies mode and whatever. But honestly, the random perks, especially in the Black Ops 2 engine with how finicky the zombies are, it just sits at an average for me. Now, it does have Pack-a-Punch and a decent training spot, but man, is this difficult. I think I would rather play Nuketown Zombies than Nacht Der Untoten. But the question is, would I rather play Nuketown Zombies or Shi No Numa? I think I'd rather play Shi No Numa. I think that's a good spot for it. Die Rise. Obviously, the billboard, the meme, the legend. I don't think this is a terrible map. You know, going back playing it, it's frustrating, it's tedious, but it's nowhere near the levels of Transit. Is it an average map? Or is a little bit below average because of how terrible it is to traverse? The Wonder Weapon is really good. There's buildables to traverse the map. Little secrets kind of get you engaged there a little bit. Fall to your death a little bit. Then again, pretty good training spot. This is difficult, beautiful people. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it's because nostalgia, but I'm going to put Die Rise on average. Oh my goodness. I can't. Am I doing that? Is that going to be okay? I'd rather play 5, easily. I'd rather play 5 than Die Rise. Verrückt, I think I would have more game time in Die Rise because you have the Buddha room, you have that training spot that you can get there. Yeah, I feel good with that. But what, yeah, no, I feel good with that. And finally, Mob of the Dead, no surprise here. I haven't played it. I've played it a couple games. I played one live stream with the Black Ops 3 remake on the, somebody recreated Mob of the Dead, put it on Steam. So I played it a little bit. It's not finished, but haven't really truly played it enough to make it a definitive thing. I really like it. I feel like if I played it, it would definitely be one of my favorites or a very, very top grade. It's a really well-designed map. I love the atmosphere and everything, but I just don't feel comfortable with my experience enough to give it up there because I feel like I would rank it lower than I really would or higher than I really would. So we're just gonna rank it here. Haven't played it. Buried, same thing. I haven't played Buried. I've probably spawned in, drew the first chalk outline, said, oh look, this is Buried. I'll play this later. Never played it later. Oh crap, we're at Origins, beautiful people. I am biased. I started in Black Ops 3. I don't need to explain myself to you. Do I need to explain myself? Origins was great, is great for what it meant for the Zombies game mode. It had so many side quests, so many things to do. It absolutely blew the lid off what Zombies could be as a game mode. Jimmy Zielinski, his whole scheme was taking things away from you, taking the perks away from you, taking movement away from you, taking perks away from you. He loved taking perks away from you, having boss zombies that do that. Jason Blundell said, no, I'm going to give you all the tools that you want, but I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to put these huge odds against you, the Panzer, the Mud, the giant robots, and we're going to see how good of a skillful player you are. So Origins is a really good first start of this different level of Zombies map. I think, and the times I've thought about this, this is the highest I think I've ever ranked Origins. I think I would rather play Origins over Ascension. Would I? I don't know. Here's the thing, beautiful people. I'm a filthy casual. And if a map doesn't have a casual, high-ish round, medium round strategy, I kind of don't like it. Origins has two strategies. One strategy is get the ice staff and just shoot the ground wherever, and you've got yourself a high round. I've done that, got to round 50, whatever. There's also a Black Ops 3 specific, which I love the Black Ops 3 version, obviously, Black Ops 3 fanboy, where you use turned and dead wire and a mule kick with obviously ice staff for panicking, where underneath the center where you put all of the staffs, you can train in there very, very tight. But that's a strategy, and that's so difficult and inconsistent. That's the only strategy. So Origins doesn't have that like classic training spot that I love. So it's hard for me to find that replayability in it. But I appreciate all the side Easter eggs, the immersive crests. But we gotta talk about the Templar zombies just being not fun, the mud just being terrible. I know everyone rants and raves about the staffs, but they're weaker than the Eisendrache bows, and they're a lot more confusing to get. Everyone says when we're going down here to like, what is it, Dead of the Night? They're like, oh my goodness, I gotta look up a guide just to build this. But Origins, you literally have to have a key in order to upgrade a wonder weapon. I could go on about Origins. I really don't want to get into it right now, even though I've already gotten into it. There's a lot of things that Orange did right for the game mode, but I think it's a good rough draft. We're getting to the point where Zombies maps after Origins have done what Origins wanted to do, but better and more user-friendly. And I started after Origins, so I started at those user-friendly, oh wow, this is really cool. So going back and playing Origins, I'm like, wow, this is like that, but slightly worse, but slightly more difficult. So Origins, to me, isn't this amazing, big, fantastic thing because I never experienced it that way. It doesn't matter, I'm still gonna get roasted for that. I know. Shadows of Evil is just constantly fantastic. There's no doubt about it. This is one of my favorite maps of all time, if not my favorite map of all time. We'll figure out here today. It's just so brilliant. It does so many things right. The wonder weapon, the atmosphere, the map layout, the traverse thing. I know people, it's not very user friendly, but once you get into it, it's really fun to unlock those things and get Pack-a-Punch and just Apothecon Servant, so good. And the sword, I can go on. And it has a donut Easter egg too, so really cool. I'm going to put Der Eisendrache as one of my favorites. I need to go back and play Der Eisendrache because I don't know if it would rank as highly for me as it would now, but I think it does. Like I said, I think it does the staff quest from Origins just slightly better. Origins, you have to run around the map through the mud a couple of times if you want a certain staff to upgrade it. But in Der Eisendrache, if you want a certain staff, it really just goes one time around the map with your specific weapon, and then you've upgraded it. And I think that's a really tightly wound web that's a lot better for the user experience than the staffs in Origins are. So I love the atmosphere behind it. This is one of the only main Easter eggs. I've only done this main Easter egg and like one or two more before Cold War Zombies, and Der Eisendrache's main quest is actually pretty good. And one of the best, I think we can all agree on that. So really cool, storyline's good, obviously pinnacle of Black Ops 3 storytelling, really excited, big Zombies community there, so Der Eisendrache, really good. Also, camping spots, training spots, out the wazoo, my favorite. I think people are starting to understand the beauty of Zetsubou No Shima. I have to give credit to Pat, the Smith Plays, for giving Zetsubou a really good review in whenever he did his retrospective series. I think he did a good job kind of closing out his biases and giving Zetsubou the review that it deserved. And I think he saw what a lot of people are starting to see, that Zetsubou No Shima was a great map in the midst of a lot of other fantastic maps. It may not be as great as other Black Ops 3 maps, but dang it, if it's not beautiful. I love the KT4. It's such an easy quest to get it. Don't like upgrading it. I love the map layout. It's a little bit big, but it's not too bad. I do really like Power and Pack-a-Punch. Everyone always said that it's so confusing. I never really had that much trouble. You know, you get 2 buckets of water, you put it in 2 things, you open up the bunker. It's not that hard. You find 3 pieces to Pack-a-Punch. It's pretty simple. I never quite got confused, but then again, the dartboard step doesn't confuse me one bit, and people just hoo-ha about that as well. So I think it's a great map. It might be one of my favorites. But I think that's Black Ops 3 bias. So I'm going to keep it in great. Definitely would rather play it than Darice. I think I'd rather play Moon though. But it's up there. It's really close to one of my favorites. I say that, and then Gorod Krovi's just staring at me down there. Oh my goodness, Gorod Krovi is one of the maps that I flip-flop on. I think it's better than Darice. Is it better than Zetsubou? Here's the thing about Gorod Krovi that I don't like, is that the Manglers and the Valkyries just spam a little bit too much, as well as the dragon that breathes fire. Wherever you're at, whatever training strategy you have, the dragon breathing fire is kind of always nearby. And it's just kind of annoying. You know, I train near the tank factory. Dang, I didn't know I even remembered that. But yeah, I train near tank factory, and the dragon always comes by, messes me up. But then again, this is kind of Jason Blundell at his best, because he's like, yeah, I'm going to make you fight Manglers, I'm going to make you fight Valkyries and dragons, but I'm going to give you this amazing shield, this amazing gauntlet, this ray gun Mark III, which granted, it's probably the weakest wonder weapon in Black Ops 3, but still a fun gun. Ace of Spades, amazing soundtrack, amazing atmosphere, really bombastic, really like it. Dragon Fight's cool, never played it because it's a hard Easter egg. Oh, by the way, Zetsubou, also the other Easter egg that I completed. Other than that, no main quests and all this. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. I don't do main quests, so none of this has any main quests involved. If it has a good main quest like Eisendrache, it's a bonus, but hey, it's not used in this ranking. Unfortunately. Oh, and Zetsubou is that spider fight though. That spider fight's amazing. Oh, but then the Pack-a-Punch is really cool too. I think I'm going to give the edge to Gorod Krovi. I think I am, just because I think spiders and thrashers are just a little bit more annoying than Manglers and Valkyries are. I, for some reason, had this obsession with Revelations. I loved Revelations back in Black Ops 3, and I still love it, but I think that was before the fatigue of the remakes started happening in Black Ops 4. And, you know, I really liked the old pieces of maps coming together to form a new one. I thought that was they really could have done it in a tacky way, and I don't think they did. Having this ethereal place with all of these memorable locations, especially for someone before Zombies Chronicles hadn't experienced them before, I really enjoyed that nostalgic look and the finality that it brought, because it wasn't just like, as we'll see later, it wasn't just Fall of the Dead, but it's the end. It's the end, but it's all of these maps. It's the journey that we've been on, and I think it was a beautiful and fitting end to a storyline, I guess. Was it the end? No, but made you think it, didn't it? I would rather play it than Darice. Again, it might be because it's space, and I love space, and jumping through the different planets and stuff, and seeing the huge Apothicon flying by. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the Pack-a-Punch was so cool, trapping that thing and training inside it. Dude, you could train so many places in Revelations. Oh, that's a good map. Is it better than Zetsubou? It might be better than Zetsubou. That feels good. Has a Thunder Gun, a Apothicon Servant. It's a filthy casual map. It really is. You can round 100 that easy. Terrible main quest, but I'm not ranking this based off of main quest, so I don't care. If I had to never play Gorod Krovi or never play Revelations, I think I'd rather never play Revelations again. I think that's a good spot for it. This might be the most painful area of this tier list, beautiful people. I enjoyed Black Ops 4. I did. I enjoyed what it tried to do. I liked that it was different than the, previous zombie experiences. I liked that they were trying to innovate. With Cold War out, I see the faults of it a little bit more. But speaking specifically about Blood of the Dead, I think Blood of the Dead was doomed to fail. I don't think it would be like trying to recreate Shadows of Evil. Like, how are you going to make Shadows of Evil better? It's hard to. You probably can't, which is what they try to do with Blood of the Dead, and they could never do it. Even if they remade it like an Origins type thing, people still prefer Black Ops 2 Origins over Black Ops 3 Origins because of reasons, and valid reasons to their, whatever. But Blood of the Dead was doomed to fail. So outside of that, obviously, haven't really spent a lot of time in Mob of the Dead. Looking at Blood of the Dead objectively, and you're going to see this trend for all of the Black Ops 4 maps. These maps do not have the depth and sort of identity as much as the Black Ops 3 maps do. So they're a little bit lower, but they're almost on the same level, if not a little bit higher than the Black Ops 1 maps, because there's a little bit more depth there in terms of gameplay. That being said, Blood of the Dead, in my opinion, is a good map. I think it's a good map. I think I would rather play Blood of the Dead than Shangri-La. I think it is true. It's true. I'm honestly considering putting Origins down a little bit. I don't think Blood of the Dead is a great map. I think it's a good map. It's a solid map. Oh, that's just so weird to put it there. I've never done this post Black Ops 3. This is so weird. Let's just keep going and hope things start making sense. Classified. Ooh, I love Classified. That intro, dude, best intro music, best intro video ever. Like, Classified is so good. It took an average map and made it so good. The one and only thing that I would add to Classified is the Pentagon Thief. If it had the Pentagon Thief instead of Dog Rounds, I think it would be an incredible map. Maybe one of my favorites, honestly. Ooh, I'd rather play it than Doris for sure. Ooh, would I rather play it than Zetsubou? That's an honest conversation, beautiful people. I think I'm happy with it right there. I think Zetsubou, Gorod have a little bit more depth. I think they have a little bit more identity. I think their experience is a little bit cleaner, tighter, but I really like, and I love the pack punch in Classified. I love going back and forth between area and 51 and back. You clear out the stuff and you open up that entire training spot. I absolutely loved that. Classified, ooh, I gotta play Classified again. I gotta play all these maps again. Voyage of Despair, to me, I thought was just a good map. I was like, solid map, whatever. That's what I believed in Black Ops 4. Then I didn't go on the subreddit for a while, the zombie subreddit. And then I came back and everyone was hating on this map. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's with the Voyage hate? And I never understood it, because Voyage of Despair is like that quintessential Black Ops 1 map where it's just like you turn on the power. It's just a simple power switch. You go to 4 different locations to get the pack-a-punch, and then you can get the Wonder Weapon out of the box. And the Wonder Weapon's pretty cool. Wonder Weapon's pretty good. I like Voyage of Despair. A lot of people are going to argue that the map layout is confusing. And while I'll agree the teleporting is confusing, because they don't exactly this teleporter doesn't take you to this spot where you think it would. That's a little bit confusing. But all this is, think about Voyage of Despair as a 3-lane map on its side, like vertically. You know, you have your bottom level, your top level, and that's kind of it. It's like a 2-lane map. You have bottom and top, and those take you 2 different places. I don't know. It never was confusing to me. I mean, it was confusing to me, but just I kind of understood it, I guess, a little bit better. I love the Kraken, and I really do like the Stoker, and the Blight Father's really good. I like this map a lot. Is it better than Blood of the Dead? I think it's got to be better than Blood of the Dead, isn't it? And again, Voyage of Despair has Catalyst Zombies. Ooh, Catalyst Zombies I was not a huge fan of. I think they really kind of ruined the mood for zombies, ruined the pacing a little bit. Ooh, no. I think Voyage of Despair has a better map layout than Blood of the Dead, which I think is a big problem with Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead has a lot of useless quests, you know? The Spoon, the Hell's Retriever, it's just, they're not worth it. They're not good in that map. And going back to the spawn room on Blood, it's just why go back there? The map layout is so big, but it has that beautiful, beautiful hellish landscape and that, opening sequence where you're crossing the whatever you call it, that pathway is so good. But I think I'd rather play Voyage of Despair. I think this might be a tie. If they could tie, I feel like these two would be tied. And I know what you're thinking. Would you really play both of them over these maps? And honestly, when it comes down to it, I think I would. I think I like the mechanics of Black Ops 4 better than those maps. That's so painful to say, but yeah, I think I believe that. 9 is a great map. It is without a doubt a great Is it better than Classified? Yeah, I think it's better than Classified. Something just hit me right now. I was thinking about it and I was like, I think I'd rather play 9 than Revelations. I think I would. I think I would rather play 9 than Revelations. It's got a fun little Easter egg you can do to be immune to the fire. The spawn room's good. One of the first videos on Black Ops 4 I made was titled like 9 shouldn't work because it has so many boss zombies. It's not got a great training spot, but then the boss zombies just fit so well into the atmosphere of the map. The god statues are amazing. I know Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 perk system, whatever. I'll throw up the video here for my Black Ops 4 perk system defense video. But yeah, it fits so well with the theme. I love the Wonder Weapon. It's kind of like just a weaker version of the Wunderwaffe, but it affects more zombies. I wish it were stronger, but it sets you up to use a different weapon. So it's more of a tactical Wonder Weapon, which I understand what they were going for, but I think it could have been a little bit stronger. But I think I would rather play this than Revelations. Now, either Zetsubou has to go up or this has to go down. I don't know, but I think I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I think it's going to stay there. Is 9 a top 5 map for me? Oh, we're gonna reassess this at the end of the video, beautiful people. Dead of the Night. Oh no, I just realized something. Dead of the Night. Oh my goodness, I really like Dead of the Night. I think Dead of the Night is around here somewhere. I think it's better than Derice. Oh my goodness, people, you guys are gonna roast me. I think it's better than Derice. Again, let me throw up this video in defense of Dead of the Night. One of my first ever, like, really well edited scripted videos defends Dead of the Night pretty good. I love the atmosphere. I love the boss zombies. One of the best one. Yeah, this is better than Classified. I think it's better than Classified. Is it better than Zetsubou? Dang it, it might be better than Zetsubou. Yeah. Oh no, beautiful people. I really like this map. I do. I love the atmosphere. I love the Wonder Weapon. Love and you can get, there's 2 Wonder Weapons essentially. You can get the all pimped out Alistair's Folly into the whatever, and you can get the crossbow, which just insta-kills things. Plus you can get the melee Wonder Weapon, the stake, and just insta-kill all of the vampires. And you've got alternate ammo types. Well, I guess Black Ops 3 did too. And you've got a camping strategy with the Helion Sava and unlimited ammo. Beautiful people, this is really hard. I think I would rather be stuck playing Zetsubou than Dead of the Night. I think I would. I love Dead of the Night. I think it's really underrated. This could be my, like, you know, underdog, like, you know, anti-popular opinion thing. But yeah, I like Dead of the Night. I think it's better than Classified. Though Classified's simpler. Ah, man, I don't know, beautiful people. It's up there. It's up there somewhere. I like that. I like this area. This area is definitely where it should be. Yes, I would rather play all of these maps other than Origins. Sorry. Beautiful people, I don't know. Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil is a great map. It's another great map. It really, really is. And beautiful people, I would rather play Ancient Evil than Revelations. I really would. Because that the atmosphere, the skeletons and the Giga Knees, I think are fantastic boss zombies. I think they're so good. I love the atmosphere. I love, if I were to do any other main quest, I feel like it would be Ancient Evil's main quest, because I think that's the most user-friendly, but again, not a main quest guy, so not going to rank it like that. But I think Ancient Evil was really sort of the almost Derice of Black Ops 4 Zombies, of the Chaos storyline specifically, where it's like they found where they were going for. Like, Voyage of Despair was okay, 9 was really good, people liked 9. Dead of the Night was a little bit weird, but when Ancient Evil came out, I think the capacity for success that the Chaos storyline had really was at its peak, to go into the depths of the Greek histories and mythologies, and to play around with the hand of Hemera and the hand of Charon and all of this stuff, and the huge, like, the giants in the underworld with the Pack-a-Punch. It really let that Zombies team express their creativity and just be that really fantastical, over-the-top fun experience that a zombie map can be. And it's such a shame that that's the last Chaos storyline map we got, because it was so good. And it paid off a lot of the questions that we had with the previous maps. You know, who is this girl whispering in our ear? Like, what happened to Alistair? You know, all of the stuff, what's going to happen with Bruno and everything. Those things developed, and there's actual character and actual events that happened with that map, and it was going on such a fantastic pace. It got its footing. It got its footing in Ancient Evil. Absolutely love it. Is it better than 9? I'm gonna say yeah. I think the wonder weapons, I think the Pegasus, oh, the Pegasus thing is so cool, and the cutscene that you go to, yeah, I think it's better than 9. Is it a top 5 map? Well, I guess we'll see. The popular thing to do right now is to kind of poo-poo Alpha Omega, and I'm kind of with you on that, honestly. I think I'd rather play it than Nuketown Zombies. I think that's a given. I'd rather play the Nuketown Zombies. I like the Black Ops 4 mechanics more than I like the Black Ops 2 mechanics by a long shot. And honestly, as surprising as it is, just through... because I really do like the 4 wonder weapons. They're very shallow and surface level, but I like the quest to get them. I think there's a fun quest to get them. I love Rushmore. I think Rushmore is a forgotten thing about Alpha Omega. Rushmore is funny, and he's cool, and just give... I don't want to say give this map a chance, because it embodies everything wrong with the second half of Black Ops 4. Alpha Omega, Nacht Der Untoten, I fell off of Black Ops 4 Zombies because of these maps. But that being said, I think they're still around here. I think they're still good maps. I would rather play it than Shi No Numa. Would I rather play it than Call of the Dead? Kino? I might. Real quick, think I decided. I think I like Call of the Dead better than Kino. I think I do. I think, yeah, just the atmosphere and all that, I think I like it better than Kino. And to be fair, you've got that round 200 Easter egg, you've got some side Easter eggs, which are pretty good. You've got the jump scare Easter egg. You've got the Black Ops 4 mechanics, which I just think I simply like better than the Black Ops 1 mechanics. I think I do. But do I like this better than Shangri-La? That's what I'm thinking right now. Shangri-La. I think I'd rather play Alpha Omega. I think I would. Now the question is, what about these guys? I think these are all within that same sort of good enough sort of thing. Ooh. No, I think I'd rather play Blood and Voyage over that. I think that's a fair chance right there. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Nacht Der Untoten, similar thing. I think it's better than Alpha Omega for sure. It's got good amount of side Easter eggs, a lot of stuff to do. I think it might be better than Blood and Voyage, yeah, and all that stuff. But is it? I don't know. I kind of, then again, haven't played tag all that much, but then again, you beautiful people saw me get to round 115 on this map because of how easy it is. It's Call the Dead, so you've got a fantastic map layout already, and they improved upon it a little bit with some more quick travels and extra sight lines you could do. I do like the added like room up top, the facility. I think that is really cool for context of the storyline. Alpha Omega also had really a lot of good stuff about the storyline, and the final boss being the guy, Avogadro, was really cool. But yeah, Nacht Der Untoten as the finale, I will forever say this about Nacht Der Untoten. I wholeheartedly believe that the zombie storyline was going to end that way. I think the Zombies developers intended for the zombie storyline to end in that fashion, not with some big bombastic, great war, whatever, but by everyone suiciding or dying or whatever, like failing. But you cannot convince me that they were going to do it with a remake of Call of the Dead with the Tranzit crew. That just doesn't make sense. That had to have been budget cuts, some weird scheduling stuff, whatever. But Nacht Der Untoten, decent map. Is it better than Voyage? I think I'd rather play Tag than Voyage, honestly. Yeah, I think so. Looking down here, it looks like we skipped over Town, Bus Depot, Farm from Black Ops 2. I'm going to put Bus Depot and Farm right here because I really haven't played them at all that much either. Town, I'm going to say should be around here, like Kino, higher than Kino for sure. Call of the Dead I think is better. Obviously this is just a snippet of Tranzit, and I really think the only reason Town worked is because of how bad Tranzit was. If Tranzit was any better, I don't think Town would be as revered as it is right now, but that's just my 2 cents. So I'm gonna put that there, and now we can get on the Cold War Zombies. We have a problem here, beautiful people, because even with Black Ops 4, the core design philosophy of zombies is pretty congruent throughout this entire history here. Cold War Zombies is the first time we really see a dramatic difference between the core gameplay. And I love the core gameplay of Cold War Zombies. And I know cognitively that these maps are nowhere near as atmospheric, have nowhere near the map identity of any of these maps here. But with my, mindset, that whole criteria that I'm using of would I rather play this map forever or this map forever? Would I rather play this map or this map? These maps have the benefit of, like all these other maps, being on a certain engine, playing a certain way. Call of the Dead would be higher if it were available to be played on Black Ops 3's engine. It just simply would be, but the fact is it's not, so it's lower on the list than it probably should be. These guys, because I love Cold War Zombies, at least for right now, its mechanics are probably gonna be ranking a little bit higher than what you guys may like. And I can easily say D Machine, without even thinking about it, at least up to here, at least better than Classified. D Machine was the perfect way to start Cold War Zombies. Very simple map, nothing too crazy, a good amount of side Easter eggs to keep us busy, and it started this trend of easier main quests. Obviously, I've said Eisendrache, Zetsubou, only 2 main quests. You can count the giant one if you want to, that flytrap Easter egg, whatever. I have completed every single Cold War Zombies main quest multiple times, and that is a bonus for me. I like the fact that they're so easy because it gives me more to do. It gives us more context to the story. It makes the story more available to more players, which is always, always good. I think mechanically, I'd rather play it than Dead of the Night. Oh, this is going to be hard because I like all the other maps a lot more than D Machine. Oh my goodness, what have I done? I think that's a good spot for it right there. I'd rather play it than Dead of the Night. Dead of the Night, I think, has a little bit more negatives. D Machine is just a really solid map all around. Good boss zombie balance. I do like the wonder weapons, even though I still think they could use just a tiny bit of a buff, at least some of them. But yeah, I think Zetsubou with the atmosphere and the spider boss fight and all that, just a little bit better. No one knows where to put Firebase Z anymore. I think it is easily next to D Machine somewhere, either here or here. It goes back and forth. Every single time I play D Machine, I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this map so much. It's one of the best maps ever. But then I play Firebase Z and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love the Orda in this map. I love the Order. I love the assault waves. I think the assault waves were just a breath of fresh air for this. You know, we just got off of Black Ops 4. Beautiful people, you have to remember Black Ops 4, Alpha Mega, Blood of the Dead, Nacht Der Toten, Classified, Dog Round, Dog Round, Dog Round, Dog Round. D Machine comes out, Plague Dog Round. And I was like, okay, what are you going to do? Firebase Z hits, round 25 hits. Oh boy, Hellhounds, woohoo. 30 hits, Assault Wave, Orda blew my mind. I love the assault waves. I absolutely love them. I think the problem a lot of players have with them is as you go for high rounds, Orda just is so bullet spongy that he isn't fun to fight anymore. But I think that's a tuning balance thing. That's not like a map design thing. So I don't know. I really like Firebase Z. But the wonder weapon, I do like having 4 wonder weapons, and I think the DIE is cool. But the Ray K is also awesome because it's like an AK, but ray gun. It's like the ray gun Mark III that they found in the Dark Ether, and the main quest is cool. I think I'm comfortable putting it above D Machine. I saw this on here, and I was originally not going to rank Outbreak, but I think now more than ever, it's important to talk about Outbreak because, you know, Vanguard Zombies coming out with their sort of Outbreak mode. We'll see what that is when it comes out. Outbreak is a good mode. I really believe it's a good mode. I think it has a lot of potential, and the more I think about it, the more I think I was a little bit too harsh for the Zombies trailer for Vanguard, because I really think there's a lot of gems hidden in Outbreak. There's a lot of stuff that I think they're capitalizing on in Vanguard. Hopefully. The smaller maps, more atmospheric than Outbreak. That being said, Outbreak as an overall experience, it's super hard, because honestly, I would feel like I would rather play like any of, like, I guess these maps over Outbreak. It's good mode, but I feel like I would rather play Kino. That's not true. I think it's somewhere around here. You know, these are sort of the simpler, like, I'm just gonna hop in a game of Town, I'm gonna hop in a game of Kino. Outbreak does provide a little bit more depth, and it has, I do like it though, the quests and stuff, the main stuff, and they really made it fun with the Halloween event. I think that's good. I like all of the stuff you can do. It's just such a hard thing to rank, because when you're in the mood for Outbreak, it's like great and you love Outbreak, but when you're not, it's like, it's okay, it's over here. So this will fluctuate quite a bit because it's just so different than the regular round-based maps. Seeing all of these Black Ops 4 maps right here above all of these like classic maps right here really just hurts my soul. But every time I go for my logic, that's what comes out. I'm like, yep, I would rather have these deeper maps than this. Oh man, it's so painful. It's so painful. Spoiler alert here. I think Nacht Der Toten is the best Cold War Zombies map. I think it is. It's easily above Firebase for me. The question becomes, would I rather play this or Zetsubou or Revelations or 9? I think it deserves to live over here somewhere. I think it does. Mauer is good. I do wish it had a little bit more to chew on. And the boss zombies are a little bit, but then again, so are 9s. But then again, I think 9 is a little bit more atmospheric. But I really like Klaus, and I really like the main quest, and I really like the Wonder Weapon. And yeah, I really like Nacht Der Toten. And I love the classic round change music. I love the Ghost Train. Mule Kick was introduced. Yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff about it. A lot of good training spots too. A lot of good training spots and camping spots too. And finally, we have Forsaken. This is going to be the hardest one to rank because it just released like a week or two ago, and it's really hard for me to rank this because I'm still chewing on it a little bit. I'm still processing it. I've decided that I don't think I like it as much as Nacht Der Toten, but I haven't decided. I think I like 9 more than it. I think I like Zetsubou and all that. So it really comes down to where I like it within this sort of Cold War pocket right here. I think it's better than D Machine. I think D Machine is better. No, sorry. I think it's better than D Machine. I think so. The Wonder Weapon's cool. The boss, the main quest is so cool. The boss spam, as you guys have seen, you know, boss spam is not great. The spawn room was genius though. I love the spawn room. I do love the atmosphere of the circle above the, you know, thing out there. I wish the atmosphere, specifically, I wish when you initiated that cutscene and the Forsaken comes in and kind of dark etherifies everything, I wish that was more like what we had in D Machine in the dark ether with jellyfish and electricity and lightning going off and on all the time. If they made it almost like an Origins kind of snow effect, where it's like every couple of rounds it would become more dark ether and more dark ether, and you would eventually get to a point where it's just dark ether all the time. Like, I feel like that would have been super cool to see, kind of see the Forsaken slowly taking over the map. But instead we only got like crystals and some like patches of like grass here and there, which I don't know, the more I play it, the more I'm like, really, this is not the dark ether that I want to see in my final zombies map. So I definitely don't think it's better than Zetsubou, but is it better than Firebase Z? I like the fact that Firebase Z has a smaller variety of boss zombies. I like the fact that Firebase Z has the assault rounds. I think that's really cool, the defense waves. I like the fact that the Forsaken has the Wonder Weapon, because the Wonder Weapon's amazing. I like how you can get to high rounds pretty easily on the map. I like the America Town in it. I like the environment. I love the side quests. I think the side quests are good. We might have another tie. I think for right now, I think Forsaken is going to take it. And if you couldn't tell, I'm kind of biased towards I have like a recency effect sort of thing where like the more recent something is, the more I tend to like it. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of Black Ops 4 and a lot of Cold War Zombies right here because, you know, it's the newest thing. I really like the newest stuff, but I reserve the right to change my mind. Thinking about this is not at all how I thought I was going to rank these maps. But that being said, let me just point out something. There are really only 2 maps that I'm not really excited to play. Like Verrückt and Tranzit really are the only 2 where I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to. Like Die Rise Up, I think are good experiences. I think Die Rise, it might be a not great map. I don't know. You know, 5 might be a not great map for some people, whatever. Nacht Der Toten, Nuketown, same thing. Could be a not great map for some people. But a majority of the zombie content that we have to offer, I think is good. I think it's fun. I think it's good to play. I really love the zombie mode. I see a lot of people put a lot of these maps in the average or not great category. And I'm just happy that with my mentality and my maybe naivety, the fact that I'm naive, maybe to some game design and, you know, fun, whatever, that I can enjoy these maps, that I can enjoy them on the level that I do. Man, Ascension's kind of bugging out to me a little bit. I think Ascension might go down here. That being said, looking at my criteria, Moon might not be above here. My favorites are specifically labeled my favorites for a reason, because I really do think if I were to take a critical look at Moon, it might just be down here somewhere. You know, it might be next to Riese, honestly. That might be where it genuinely is, but just the fact that my biases are my biases, I love Moon. I think it's great. I'm really trying to justify putting Revelations and Zetsubou No Shima more up here, because having 9 Nacht Der Toten Ancient Evil, having the Black Ops 4 and the Cold War maps be so close in my top 5, in my top 10, is just crazy to me. See, I mean, if you take a look at my top 10, it's Shadows of Evil, Eisendrache, Moon, Gorod Krovi, Ancient Evil, Nacht Der Toten 9, Revelations, Zetsubou, and Forsaken. See, that just sounds weird. Oh, is Forsaken a top 10 map? I don't think it is. I don't think Forsaken's top 10 map. But then again, here you are. There it is. The Forsaken has a good amount of payoffs. That cutscene is really good. I love the storyline implications of that. I do like that. I think, beautiful people, you guys are going to like this. I think I would rather play Shangri-La than these guys. I think I would. Just, and Call of the Dead, I'm telling you, if Call of the Dead were on the, well, no, because here it is. That's Call of the Dead on a modern engine, and it's up there. So yeah, there's your justification. That's exactly what I meant. But yeah, I think Shangri-La, the atmosphere, that I think it is better than these guys, the baby gun. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. And you know what? I do like Dead of the Night, but I think Classified, I think I'm going to give the edge to Classified because it's a little bit simpler. It might be because it's a little bit easier too. I like it a little bit more than that. And it might be above D Machine too, honestly. It might be. But then again, the Cold War Zombies stuff, I like it a lot. If you were to sit me down and say you can only play Classified or you can only play D Machine, I think I'd play D Machine. I think I would. No, I know I would. I know I would. I'm happy with that. I just want to say that these like top 5, top 10 will continue to rotate, you know, because as I was thinking about this, in my head, I've always put Gorod Krovi right next to Zetsubou No Shima. This is what's psyching me out. I've always put these 2 close together. To have 4 maps in between them, I just don't know. Am I lowering am I playing down how much I like Zetsubou No Shima? Or am I playing up how much I don't want to move Gorod Krovi because it's Gorod Krovi? I don't think I am, but it's just so interesting to see. This has been an experience, beautiful people. I'm going to keep it here, but obviously this is just my opinion. You know, you could have your opinion too. This is definitely going to change, obviously, but yeah, I love zombies, beautiful people. I love zombies. And like I said, These are all great maps. I really do. And this is honestly the highest I've ever rated Origins. I think in other tier lists, like it's down here somewhere. But yeah, you know, starting from here, going to here, starting from here, ending up here, that's my tier list right there. And I know for a fact you guys are going to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you want to roast me 24/7, be sure to join the Discord in the description below. Subscribe for Vanguard content because I am so excited to cover all the Vanguard content, and I'm actually really excited for the game. It's a new Call of Duty, new campaign, new multiplayer, which got a lot of cool updates. But different video for a different day. Subscribe if you want that. You guys are fantastic. Road to 4,000 subscribers, hopefully 5,000 here soon. But you guys are fantastic. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out these two videos on screen, obviously. And as always, stay beautiful.